Alright guys, for those of you that know me, you know that I'm into VHF contesting. That's probably my favorite contest. It's pretty much the only one I really run seriously, VHF contest. The problem was that I had only 6 meters and 2 meters to run on. Oh, I had a 900 megahertz that I was able to run for a while, portable. Anyway, you also know that I like to mess around with transverters. There's some other videos testing a 222 transverter. The problem was I wanted something that I could go to the field. I could just easily transport out there, hook it up, and go. Didn't have to be high power or anything like that, just low power, just for running the contest. So after looking for lots of different boxes to put these transverters in, my plan was to be able to do 220, 432, 902, and 1296. And I couldn't find boxes that would fit all the transverters in where I'd be able to wire it all together until I ran across an ammo can. And so what we have here I call the ammo Cansverter. I know it's dorky, but hey, we're all dorks. Anyway, the ammo Cansverter. Here it is. So what I've got, how I have this set up is on the front of it, I have some switches. I'm doing my best to get some good light here. But here's some switches, 222, 432, 902, and 1296. And if I turn one on, then it just turns on that transverter. I power it right here with power pole connectors. And both of these are connected together so I can go power in, but it also gives me a power out so I can just run the radio. Fused, of course. Here's where the magic is. Well, it's not really magic. This is pretty cool. So the outputs on the box. I've got BNC connectors for 222 and 432. And then I've got 902 and 1296. Now the 222 and 432, those are real inexpensive Ukrainian transverters. You can find them on eBay for about, well, fully built with a case and everything, I think 125 bucks. The microwave transverters, the 902 and the 1296, these are end connectors for the outputs, but the transverters themselves made by SG Lab, I believe in Bulgaria. They're great. They work really good. They're rock solid. Looking at the 3 watts on 902 and 2 watts on 1296. If you're up on a hill, that's plenty of power. These both here are about 10 watts ish. The 222 432 have an IF frequency of 28 megahertz, so I've got the 28 megahertz running in. And then the 902 and 1296 actually are 144 megahertz IF frequency. So what I did was I got another one of the Ukrainian ones that was 144 megahertz, and that's inside this box. The cool thing is you get 28 megahertz in, and these Ukrainian transverters, I've got 28 megahertz running into 144, and then there's a HF out running into 222, and then an HF out running into 432, and then out of the HF out runs here. So I can just daisy chain it. I can bypass. If everything's off, then it just bypasses and comes out the HF out. So I can still run 6 meters. Now the 902 1296, they, like I said, 144 megahertz IF. So I've got one of the Ukrainian 144 megahertz inside there, which, when turned on with this front switch, where I do 902 or 1296. On the front, it powers 2 transverters, and I switch back and forth. Which one do I want? 902 or 1296? Really simple. Inside, there's a switch I was talking about. This is just a block of wood to raise the switch up to the right height to switch through the hole. But if I move it, you can see the transverters. I think that's the 222 sitting on top. Right down there would be 144. On the other side is 432, and in between's the microwave ones. Inside here is how all the cables are put together. They just kind of run back and forth. They're very, very short BNC cables, really. Here's the power pole connector from the inside, and then the fuse. it runs into, and then a power lead runs up here to the front where I have the switches. So that's pretty much it. The reason I did the whole 144 transverter running into the 902 1296 was so that I could get so it would show up on the bands, and then for logging also, because I can plug the laptop into the KX3 and the logging software knows exactly where I'm at. I type in the call sign and hit enter, and there you go, and it logs it on the right band. So this is my favorite part though. The KX3, you're able to program transverters, and so there's 144, that's as high as it goes with the internal one. Now the external, 222, 432, 903.1, that's the single sideband calling frequency, and 1296.1 is the single sideband calling frequency. There you have it. That's the project I've been working on lately. It finally came together, and I'm hoping to try this out. I have tried it on 220. I checked into a net with it, and it's kind of fun. But yeah, I can't wait to get it up on a hill and see what's out there. So thanks for watching.